All right. So we are back. Last session, you all arrived at Neverlight Grove, a colony of myconids who you believe to be a relatively safe place, a relatively safe haven here in the Underdark, assured by Stool that you would be welcomed with open arms, especially for bringing him and the remains of his friend Rumpadump back to this place. You arrived, and it did appear, at first at least, as advertised. Everyone was very friendly, people were welcoming, although things began to show as strange relatively quickly, especially with Sereth accompanying you all. He was able to hear that strange song that he heard while he was under the influence of those mind-controlling spores. He heard the song here stronger than anywhere else, and soon you saw and met with other myconids who were also affected in a far greater way than Sereth was by these spores. You met with the leadership, two myconids by the name of Basidia and Philo. Basidia seemed to have her mind to herself. She was not under the control of anything strange, while Philo kept swaying under this strange dance, inviting you all to join him in his song. Although Basidia warned you that that would not be a good idea, that the last individuals who came here and followed Philo met an unknown fate, but one that Basidia was very afraid was not a very good one. So, drawing you away from Philo and his minions, Basidia gave you a tour of the rest of the grove, introducing you to several other leading members of the colony, and mainly showing you which ones were loyal to Philo and which ones were still loyal to her. After this tour, she requested that you do a couple jobs for her around the place, kind of to gauge your intentions and to gauge if you all could be trusted. You all completed these tasks, and Basidia did ask you to help her, and the rest of the Myconid colony for that matter, in investigating what was happening in a place that Philo called the Garden of Welcome. You all went in and quickly discovered the gruesome fate that had befell several of Ilvara's scouting party members. She had sent a group here out ahead, and... Sorry, 1 second, the music's being weird. She had sent a group out ahead, and they were drawn to the Garden of Welcome by Philo. When you found them immersed in strange fungal beds, low muttering sounds coming from what looked to be just several faces sticking up out of thick mushroom beds, thick fungal beds. It was only when these faces began to moan and call out to you that you realized that these individuals were still alive in some way, shape, or form. A drow woman reached out, begging for you all to end her life. The fungal growths seeming to consume her skin, her body, while she was alive. She reached out to you as she was begging for you to kill her, and handed out a silver spider medallion that was still half embedded in the bloated growth of her hand. Half her face rotted away, and she said that this was a trap, that the great cedar, Zagutmoy, was here, in this very chamber. The moans of the garden's victims suddenly took on a new tone of terror, a tone of utter fear, as something moved across the foul ground. A disgusting, massive, bloated, larval creature rose up before you, showing only vestigial fungal growths that hinted that it might once have been a myconid. "Welcome, travelers." The aberrant myconid's voice gurgles and spits as it speaks both aloud and in your mind at once. "Are you here for the wedding rehearsal? Friends of the bride or her intended? No matter. Let the love of the Great Cedar embrace you as you become one with her chosen, the Great Body." The creature lurches towards you, and you see several other beings begin to lurch out from the surrounding fungal beds. A massive fungal body opens behind you all. You can see a skeletal creature, half dissolved, half disintegrated, fall out of this fungal mass. Creature lurches towards you all, and we are going to roll initiative. Right. Right, Cillian. The moans of those trapped in these fungal beds still echoing out through this place. This is the creature that spoke to you here. Behind you is that strange mushroom growth formation that suddenly opened some sort of cavernous maw. Tentacles begin lashing out, and this blocks your exit.
That's horrific. Ugh.
What do you do, Cillian?
And they've all definitely, no question, appeared to be violent towards us.
Well, you can certainly wait to find out if you'd like to.
Who's this guy?
That is the drow woman who is embedded in the ground.
That one was, I believe...
Was she already dispatched?
No, I think she was like about to grab her on us, I believe.
She was reaching out with a spider pendant in her hand.
How soon after that did this happen?
If you want to take the time to dispatch her and or take the item from her, we can say you've done that before, or while this thing was introducing itself.
Yeah, I would have, but I have a misery. I'm taking the pendant.
Okay, we got that figured out. I'm going to Hunter's Mark, Mr. Wormy Face.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna shoot it.
As one does.
Does 19 hit?
19 does hit.
So 15 points of damage.
Fantastic.
And then I'm gonna move a little bit and we'll call it a turn.
Okay. Cillian, at the end of your turn, as you back away from this thing, it convulses. Strange bile, black sludge pouring from the wound that you just inflicted upon it. It turns towards you. Vaguely eye-shaped growths kind of turning their attention towards you. It says, "You dare!" And near you, one of the corpses screams. One of the bodies embedded in the ground screams and begins to convulse and bloat. One of the drow bodies near you detonates. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as gore, bile, offal, and acid erupt from a corpse near you. You do manage to avoid the brunt of that explosion, however, you do still take half of 9, so you take 4 points of acid damage. Schrodinger.
I have no real idea what's going on here.
Is there anything you can have more? You can have more info if you need it, because you would have been here through all of this. If there's anything that I missed during my recap, just let me know. I'm happy to explain anything that she's explaining.
Gotcha. So this guy's bad. What about these worm people
So
and drow or whatever they are?
So you have seen several drow being absorbed into the Myconid colony. You've met with a few other Myconid people, a few other Myconids, namely one by the name of Basidia. Basidia was normal. She was a good friend to your friend Stool, and she showed you around this place, but the entire time you were getting the impression that something was wrong here, that there was something going on. You all spent most of your time last session, all of your time last session actually, back here in the main chamber of this fungal forest. The area that you're in now was hidden behind a corner, behind a wall, and the other Myconids were afraid to enter it, fearing that they might succumb to whatever madness was affecting their friends. So after you did a few jobs for them, they sent you over here to find out what was happening in this place, in this walled off section of their grove, where some of the other Myconids had gone and begun doing these strange acts, these strange rituals. So that's what's happening now. You've all gone around to investigate what's happening here. You have found several living drow and other humanoids, drow, duergar, several Myconids being consumed by the fungus of this place. This creature, this wormy boy here, approached you all as you were speaking to one of the victims. It asked you if you were here for a wedding. No other information was given. It asked if you were friends of the bride or her intended. It said it doesn't matter, that there's room within the great body for everybody, hinting that it thinks that you should be a part of this great body. That is where we're at now. It has begun lurching towards you. You've seen it attack Cillian, and a massive fungal growth has blocked your exit from this place.
So these people here, they're stationary and trapped in the
They are
fungus. They're
not. Those are the ones that started walking up behind him.
Oh.
Yes. So after he arrived, these individuals, a couple of people that seem to have pulled themselves away from the fungal growth. No sound coming from them, no moans, nothing like that. They've pulled themselves away from walls nearby and are stalking up behind this worm-like creature.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so with all that, throw a firebolt towards big
Nice.
green wormy guy.
$18 hits, big green guy. 15 fire.
15. Nice.
Okay.
Good damage, I think.
Really
It does.
good damage.
It does take that. You can see that the fire doesn't spread as quickly as you would think it would across regular plants. It does not seem like it's resistant to it in any way, but it's not. It's definitely not, as a normal plant would be, vulnerable to fire.
That's all that matters. That'll be all.
Okay. This one begins stalking towards you, Schrodinger. Unlike the other Myconids here, it sways and undulates in strange patterns, seeming to dance to a song that only it can hear. It approaches you, Schrodinger, and strikes out at you.
Does it?
It does. It is going to be a 14 to hit Schrodinger.
Shield or am I 14?
14.
What a shield.
Okay. As it lashes out at you, it does bounce off of your protective barrier. That does bring us to Sarah.
Okay. Sarah will bonus action Shield of Faith. Okay. And she will say, I don't know about a wedding, but I think a funeral is about to happen. And she will move. So this one struck at Schrodinger, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then she will come over here and raise her mighty longsword and strike.
"19 hits."
Okay, 7 slashing.
Okay. You lop
And her
off a
sec-
piece of this thing. It reeks terribly. Whatever is going on back here, it is affecting everything. All is corrupted in this place. Go ahead.
Okay, and her second hit.
14 does
14
hit.
hit. Oh. 10.
Okay. Anything else?
You stink!
The creature that you're facing, Sarah, does not even acknowledge when you strike it. It seems lost in its own world. It still continues its strange dance, even as you taunt it.
Okay. That'll be her turn.
Okay. This one approaches Eldeth. Is Eldeth really at 6 hit points? Did we not rest her?
We
I,
did have a short rest.
Okay,
so
get her
everyone
back up
should
to
be.
Alright, as this other drow approaches, you can see those red growths that were beginning to show on Sereth protrude from every orifice of this guy. They've sprouted straight from his skull. He is covered in them. Get the idea that this is the fate that awaited Sereth had you all not helped him. He does lash out with a short sword that seems to have been embedded into the flesh of his hand, unable to drop it. It is only a 6 to hit Eldeth. Brings us
that
to
does
this.
not hit. Sorry.
Also closest to Eldeth, it approaches. And this one is going to approach her, and it gets close, about 5 feet away, and then stops, freezes in its dance. And a massive gourd on its front section explodes, spraying spores out from it. I need Eldeth to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
You see Eldeth suddenly stop and begin to sway on her feet. Her hands drop limp to her sides, and she is stunned. At the end of this creature's turn, you see the great worm at the back of the cavern begin to look towards you, Uranus, and towards the body of the drow. It says, "You would deprive us of one of our own." And then it kind of leans in, and you see the corpse begin to bloat and distend Uranus. It explodes, showering you with gore. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dick. Yeah. Oh god.
Uranus,
15.
you do succeed and take half of 10. You take 5 points of acid damage.
That's quite a lot. Okay.
You are up.
Would it be an action to just quickly assess how Sareth is doing? What he's looking like?
Why don't you do a bonus action for an insight check?
Do I need my bonus? I don't,
With a quick glance, you can see that he has his weapons out, and he's kind of swinging back and forth, trying to look at who's closest. He's definitely assessing threats. He doesn't seem like he's about to run, and he's certainly not standing still.
He hasn't got like red things coming from his body or anything.
That will require a check.
Never mind. Okay. Aranis will hold out his holy symbol. Will wipe some of the mushroom and guts off him and off the symbol as he holds it up, and uses his channel divinity for Radiance of the Dawn.
Well, that always sounds so cool when you do that. All right. Remind me what that does again, please.
A pretty way of saying it. Okay. Everything within 30 feet that I consider an enemy needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
30 feet.
So
say.
that's everything.
Except for the
No,
big...
I wish I can't get him.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, it says each hostile creature. Do the corpses, if they're alive in any kind of way, do they count as a hostile creature? Or usable in any kind of way? Because I keep seeing them explode. So I would
Yes.
consider them a hostile creature. So it depends how you
Okay.
how you want to do this.
Okay. Let's do this. Anywhere where I drop a black square is where there is currently a corpse on the ground. We'll put 10 of them down, and then you can roll a d10. That number is how many of them will be affected by your radiance.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to put 10 black squares randomly on the ground. Okay. Roll a d10.
Oh, come on.
3 of them are going to detonate. Now,
So you're going to detonate?
They're going to
Burn,
to
okay.
be gone. I don't know how to describe it, but you will rid yourselves of them. So now we're going to pick which ones are going to go. So we're going to start clockwise, starting with the one that's on Cillian. Roll a d10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one's gone. Roll another d10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's gone. One more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So those are the ones that are closest to you that would be within 30 feet. I'm going to drop a whole bunch more just randomly throughout the map. That'll be the rest of them, but those are the ones that are within 30 feet of you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Put a few back here. Okay. That is all of them. So now we have a visual representation of where those explodey corpses are. You've seen that being within 5 feet of them is where the danger zone is.
And then the remaining enemies within 30 feet.
Okay, let me go ahead and
Save.
con saves.
I should do my Radiance of the Dawn. I'm still level 5. It's
DC?
still DC 15. Oh, that's not great damage.
19, that's pretty good.
True. I suppose the max is 25.
Okay. You have done well.
So I will hold up my symbol of Elestri. I will say a prayer to her about her light finding us even in the most darkest of places, as pure moonlight just erupts from the symbol, striking them and turning them to ash, I like to think.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
Then is this that's an action? That's an action. I will cast my bird's action spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I can. These are opposing things I see. I can put that within 60 feet of me. I will put that Yeah, I'm gonna put that next to the fucking worm.
Okay.
Don't appreciate bodies getting blown up on me. Weirdly enough.
Okay. So up here.
So if it could be there,
Whoa,
maybe?
it's huge.
Yes, it is that big.
There
That is the might of my goddess.
you go.
Can it be there just because I'll have to move it eventually?
Here? Or here?
That's not there, but on the other side. That works. That works.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Let's get the NPCs going. I will go for Topsy and Turvy first.
My weapon hits them.
Go ahead. What's that?
I could use it.
Oh, right, sorry. So 21 does hit.
Yeah.
For 10, okay.
I keep
Awesome.
forgetting. I need to make an attack of the weapon that doesn't use a spell slot. Keep forgetting.
Okay. Alright, so Topsy and Turvy, seeing this thing, are going to line up next to each other, and they are going to loose a few crossbow bolts at these guys. With a 21 and a 9, a 22 and a 5. Okay, so 2 hits. For 11 piercing. Okay, what does Eldeth do?
She's stunned.
Oh, she is. She is stunned for 1 minute. At the end of her turn, she gets to repeat the save. So, Sereth. So,
Sareth.
Uranus. Sereth's attitude right now. He sees what he could have become. He is enraged by the sight of this. What has been done to his fellow drow. What they intended for him. I believe anger would be his driving motivation right now.
Does that anger become, I don't know, any additional damage? Okay, fair enough.
I was thinking of nah, I don't think so.
Can't blame a guy for trying. Sareth will use Fairy Fire.
Nice. Where's he putting it?
He will focus it on the big dude.
Okay.
Can the big dude make I think it's a dex save, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not gonna be very good at those.
Good. Oh no, wait, yeah, dex save. He needs to beat a. It doesn't say.
He does get a 19, so I've got to assume that succeeds.
Maybe.
19 is
Yes.
his critical success with his -1.
What the? Okay, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That's going to bring us to Gresh. We will have Gresh fall back towards the center of the formation with the other caster here. And won't do too much. I don't know what spells he wants to reveal that he's actively using yet. So we'll have him Ray of Frost, the big one in the back. That's a magic missile. What? Weird.
That's another magic missile.
Yeah, his Ray of Frost button is tied to magic missile for some reason. That's super weird. Okay, we'll do Firebolt then? Okay, there we go. 12 does not hit the one in the back, which does bring us to it. But first, you see this big thing in the back of the room. It kind of lurches forward and lays its body out across the fungal bed. It begins to pull pieces of the fungus around it towards it, absorbing more of the fungal matter that lies all around it. It regains 5 hit points.
What this thing does.
That does. And then we have this thing down here.
Which one was talking to us again?
This one up here.
This thing? Okay. So what's this?
That is the fungal mass that detached itself from the ground and
Okay.
shuffled into the path that you entered in through, blocking your exit effectively.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. North. I'm sorry, south was fairy fired unsuccessfully.
Yeah, I didn't realize because it's bigger.
I thought it was the one in charge.
Yes.
That tracks. All right.
Oh god, it's gonna eat the were-rats.
It shuffles itself 10 feet forward. You can see massive growths kind of reaching out and grabbing a hold of the earth and pulling it along, dragging it forward. A vine lash, a lance of mycelium flashes out towards Turvey. With a 23 to hit, that is going to hit him. He takes 12 slashing and is grappled. The next vine lashes out towards Topsy. With a 19 to hit, that does hit Topsy. For 13 slashing, and he is also grappled. Cillian. A vine lash lashes out towards you with a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that is.
12 slashing, and you are grappled. It lashes itself around you, roping around your midsection and squeezing tightly. That is its turn. Brings us to this guy, all the way up here. He continues his gurgling half-speak, speaking of how dare you would defile this glorious occasion. How dare you take guests from the bride. And it begins to waddle into your mists.
What did I do? Don't you want to go after the paladin? I mean,
I believe there was a burst of moonlight. 12 seconds ago.
I'm what? You just assume that the cleric of Alestri did it.
Yeah, the one who held the symbol up in the air and channeled moonlight. Yeah.
You know what? You're right. There was actually an ability of his that I forgot to take into account. So bear with me. You're right. Let's have all things be equal here.
What? It's fine. You can hit me.
God.
Does he have to move around my sword? Oh.
There we go.
Don't like this.
All right. I need Uranus, Sarah, Schrodinger, and Gresh all to make, I believe it is going to be dexterity saving throws. As it opens up its strange maw and sprays out this cone of caustic spores that shower over all of you.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Of course, Gresh is the only one that fails. That tracks. Okay. Okay. Gresh is covered in these spores. That is all that you know so far. Cillian, we're back to you.
So what? Grappled. What's that mean?
This thing has you. Grappled, I will show you. Your movement speed is 0. And there's a couple other effects. Movement speed is 0. Can't benefit from any bonus to your speed.
And I'm assuming it's like a action to try and break free?
Yes, you can attempt to break free with an athletics or acrobatics check.
Athletics, you said?
Yes.
Alright, I'll try to break free.
Okay. You do break free.
Alright. And then I'm gonna run the hell away. Okay, so that was an action, correct?
Yes. Action to escape.
I'm gonna do bonus action, second wind, and heal myself.
Okay.
And
Cillian,
that'll-
it is important to note that as you get back towards that chamber, you begin to hear some strange sounds, echoes, and a cacophony of voices begin to reach your ear from that direction.
I hope it's not back up.
That's my turn.
Okay. Schrodinger. Schrodinger, you there?
Yep, is
Okay.
going to cast Magic Missile at 2nd level
Okay, cool.
at the worm that was doing the poison breath.
Okay. Fantastic. Is that all 3? Awesome.
And add one more in there.
Got it.
Four with a +1, so I'd make it a 5.
Okay.
So 14 in total.
Got it. Right. Anything else?
What was did we take damage for succeeding? Whatever
No,
you're
no, you
spraying?
did not.
Oh, okay. But that would be all.
Sarah.
Sarah will move up here and strike out at him.
Okay. 23 hits. For 12 points. Fantastic. It roars, looming up over you for a brief moment before slamming back down to the ground.
I'd like to add smite damage to that.
Okay. What level are you smiting at?
I'm smiting at 1st level.
First level. Okay, go ahead and roll your 2d8, right? At first level?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
For 8, okay. Alright, Sarah, anything else?
Did it make a difference? Like, did I see it get hurt equally or anything?
Yes.
To
It certainly
Okay.
it certainly seems to be doing damage.
Okay. So I'll just hit with my longsword again.
Okay. 26 is a good hit.
And, for
Another
a 12 slash.
Fantastic. Okay. It's like hacking at a sponge. It's strange. You are hacking away hunks of this thing, but it is still maintaining its shape somehow. It's taking this damage, but you can tell this thing is... Oh shit. Sorry, 1 second. Okay.
Oh, I like that one better. Well, so when she smited it, did it
Yes.
seem to like...
It did not do
splash-
anything more to it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, this thing is not a fiend. It appears to have once been a myconid. All right.
That will be her turn.
Does bring us to this one that is still in front of Eldeth, striking away at her. So stunned is her current condition. I believe that is...
Advantage on attacks.
Okay. Okay. It does punch Eldeth for 5 bludgeoning. Go ahead.
Didn't Eldith need to make a saving throw?
At the end of her turn.
Yeah, but did she? I don't remember her rolling one.
Did she
at the end
not?
of her last time.
Go ahead and
I
roll
don't
that for her, Sarah.
Was it con?
Fine. Unfortunate. For 5 bludgeoning and 5 poison. Sarah, now that you are close up, you can get a better view of this thing kind of drawing in the fungal matter that's all around it. This massive worm-like creature. Still gurgling strange phrases at you regarding a wedding. It pulls in more fungal matter towards it and does regain 7 hit points. Aranis, you're up.
So, Aranis will start to pray to Alestri in Undercommon. Make some very complicated hand gestures to do something he's never done before. And in his hands, you'll see a growing white spark of fire before it erupts and he throws it right there as he casts for the first time Fireball.
Nice. Fireball, fantastic.
Now, I'm pretty sure where I've done it, it's the one in front of Eldeth, but not Eldeth.
Okay.
The big guy, but not Sarah. And also, a lot of those corpses.
Nice, nice. Okay, let's get you a template just to be sure.
Thank you. Ooh.
So that seems to be what you want to do.
Oh, that's weird. I could have sworn it'd be hitting.
Is it not sized properly?
I don't think
It's
so.
an
No.
8x8 square.
It's got a 20-foot radius, isn't it?
Yeah, that is weird. Okay, we can extend it out.
I think it needs to be 1 square bigger.
Okay, we can extend it out this way 1.
Yeah. So, yeah, that it hits everyone currently inside of it.
Okay.
Can they all make dex saves, please?
Yes. So the corpses obviously don't need to make dex saves, but these two do. DC and damage.
And they please fail. The DC is 15.
15. And the damage.
29.
Whoa, nice.
Oh.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Okay, they do both fail.
It's huge inferno of white fire just erupts from a spot. But only briefly warms Eldeth and Sarah. It's quite pleasant.
Okay.
Like a warm day in the sun. Or a warm day under the moon.
All right, so we will say that as a result of that, this worm thing will have to move at least, we'll say at least 10 feet away from the source of that fire to reach any more fungal matter that it can absorb. Anything else?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
How's it
So-
looking?
Right. Anything else, Rannis?
How's the worm thing looking?
Still pretty healthy. It's certainly taken a lot of damage. It's got a lot of scores, a lot of wounds on it. Big chunks of it are missing, but it still seems to be going pretty strong.
Aranis will command his floating bastard sword to go after it.
Okay.
So it'll come up next to Sarah, and he'll do another hit. Where is it?
18 does hit. 6, okay.
6.
Alright, plunges down into it. Sarah, you hear a wet kind of squishing sound as the blade sinks in. A putrescent scent emerges from the wound. To cover your nose against it.
Sorry, Sarah.
Alright. That does bring us to the NPCs, and the first thing that we will do is allow Sarah the opportunity to break her stun. Or, I mean, Eldeth the opportunity to break her stun.
Okay.
She does indeed. Right.
Can she have a turn, or that was?
That is at the end of her turn.
Okay.
She kind of comes to, and at least there's not a giant myconid looming over her anymore, so she kind of looks around and surveys what's left of the field. Gets ready for her next turn. Alright, now let's go ahead, before we have Sarah, let's have Sarah attack next. What does Sarah do?
Sareth will... Where's the she gone? He will... Need another spell slot. He will take out his hand crossbow and fire upon... He's angry. Is he at the point in his development that he would risk himself for Topsy and Turvy?
What do you think? I think he would risk himself for you.
Yeah, that's what I I knew that.
And for Stool, definitely.
Yeah, okay. So in that case, he won't try to free them.
You know
He
what?
will
Let's
fire
let's
upon the
let's roll a dice about it. I think there's a possibility because he's definitely turned a new leaf. So let's give him a 60% chance to do the right thing. So roll a d100. If he rolls a 41 or higher, he tries to save his friend. He tries to save Topsy and Turvy.
Tries to save them. Okay, he will run over and try to free them from their grapple.
Okay. It is going to be an athletics
he have?
check.
Oh god. Okay, that's just strength.
Yes. Okay. So which
Ooh.
one does he free?
I don't know. With a nat 20, can he free both?
Sure.
Which one? So,
Yeah. With a nat 20, we'll say he can get both of them.
He'll take out his dagger and do some very fancy dagger work, and suddenly they're both free.
Fantastic. Okay. They both look up towards him in surprise, and he looks back at them and kind of shrugs, like, yeah, I don't even know why I'm here either. And
Yeah, also in surprise.
we're all surprised here. And yeah, they all start to slowly back away, weapons drawn from this massive plant thing.
Yeah, then he runs back as well.
Oh.
Oh?
One of the vines lash out at Sereth as he leaves its range. It is a 22 to hit Sereth.
That definitely hits. This might kill him.
Sereth takes 10 points of slashing.
Ooh,
No
it doesn't kill him.
good deed goes
Damn,
unpunished, apparently.
God, these NPCs. We need to feed these NPCs. We need to get a bit thicker.
Oh man, okay.
And then Topsy and Turvy's turn.
Topsy and Turvy,
Because-
seeing what just happened to Sereth, Sereth is also grappled. They are going to... Good God, oh no. Ah, no, okay.
It's used its reaction, so
It did. Oh, you're right. You're right. It can't attack them. You're right. So they are both going to run up to Sereth and try to free him now.
Aww. They're bonding.
They're bonding, trauma bonding. Okay, athletics checks easily freeze Sereth, and let's see. They used 10 feet there. They are going to drag Sereth away. I'm assuming Sereth is not going to object.
No.
Okay, everybody's out of this thing's range now. Except... Uh-oh. Alright. Gresh is going to back the fuck away from this thing. And firebolt it. For 13 fire.
Nice.
Okay. That does bring us to the plant. And with only one good target within reach. One good target one good target within reach. It is going to send several vines lashing out towards you, Schrodinger. The first attack is only a 12 to hit.
Beats it beats.
Okay. There's going to be 9 slashing, and you are grappled. The next one is a crit. It is actually a double crit. That is unfortunate. This next one does 20 points of slashing to you, Schrodinger. And finally, the last attack is only a 10 to hit.
Luckily that one misses.
Okay. Which does bring us around to to this guy, to the big fungal worm. Let's see. Okay. First, it kind of slithers its way around you, Sarah, trying to find more fungal matter to feed itself with. Sliding around you on the ground, it is going to look towards you and say, "Why did you fight? Join this joyous celebration." And as it's saying that, these spores are drifting out of its maw towards you, Sarah. You kind of lean back from them, but you can't escape them. They wrap around you, almost like hands reaching out for you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Ooh, okay. Alright. You are not affected by these spores as they reach out. For a brief moment, you hear a beautiful melody playing in your head. It's both beautiful and terrible. A wonderfully orchestrated song made up of what sounds like screams of pain. And then it's gone the moment you hear it. The creature looks at you in shock. Go ahead.
I don't want to go to your stupid wedding, and your breath stinks.
It looks offended and throws its whole body at you.
Oh, how rude.
That is a 21 to hit.
Does not hit. Shield of Faith.
Fantastic. Nice. Okay.
And I don't want to dance with you either.
No
Jeez.
means no.
All right, Cillian.
All right, now that Cillian is in a good vantage point, he's gonna have his little like sniper in the bell tower, Saving Private Ryan moment here, and just kind of muddle a prayer to the stone that the giant was talking about, and shoot the guy, the worm guy, obviously.
Okay. 15 just hits. 14, fantastic. Okay.
Okay, hold on, and then we're gonna do
Striking strike, nice.
21 damage.
Okay.
Is it still alive?
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't like that, so action surge.
Right.
So, everything I just said and repeat.
Okay. Good hit. Okay.
And just because, another superiority die on it.
Okay.
So another 13 total.
Fantastic. Okay. It is beginning to look hurt, but it is definitely still standing and still moving.
Don't you have another attack?
What's that?
I thought fighters got multi-attack.
Extra attack?
Not. I'm only like level 3 fighter still
Oh,
for the
sorry.
multi-class.
Okay.
And I have a heavy crossbow now
Nice.
for the range and damage, so no bonus action attack.
Okay. Schrodinger. You are grappled.
Is this thing undead?
No, it is not.
And another odd question: is it a construct?
It is not. It is a plant.
Let's see if plants can feel fear. Plants within 60 feet. Sugar will cause fear. Wisdom save.
Schrodinger, it has no effect.
Well, that sucks. Well, I need help.
Unfortunately, Schrodinger, this being cannot be frightened. Sarah, what do you do?
Okay, so this
Take
fungus
your time.
here, this fungus here is all burnt.
Yes.
Where the fireball hit,
Correct.
and then so she's going to say, "So you like to eat the fresh green stuff, do you?" And she will move here to, I don't know, kind of block its path to fresher fungus.
Okay.
And then she will attack with her longsword.
Advantage.
Nice.
With advantage. Nice. Thank you.
16 just hits. Okay.
And again.
Okay, good hit. Another 9.
And. Okay. Okay, she's going to use a second level spell slot to smite. So that's 4d8. Hold on, let me just check. 3d8 damage then.
Okay. $11 more. Fantastic.
Brilliant. 28 damage in total.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it is beginning to look rough. It's having trouble keeping itself upright. It's having trouble moving. Anything else?
To burn the fungus. She'll kind of yell out so that it can't keep. I guess you would have noticed that it's kind of healing itself as it feeds.
Okay.
And that's it.
Uranus.
Uranus will call out to Elestri to rain down her might as he casts Scorching Ray. So there's 3. I'll send. Can I send one at the vine, the tentacle holding Schrodinger?
Send one what?
One of the Scorching Rays.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
the
you
tentacle
have 3
holding
targets.
Schrodinger. Okay. I'll send one that
Oh,
way.
at the tentacle itself.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check
Would
that.
that force a release?
I would say that would have to be, that would up its AC. I would say that would make it, I think that would be a DC, AC of 18 to hit the vine itself.
God.
Decisions.
Well, Schrodinger knows how death works, so if I have to bring him back, he'll probably be cool with that. So I'll fire. I will start firing them at the worm. But if I do kill it, I'd like to send any that don't kill. I'd like to send somewhere else. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, Scorching Ray.
9 does not hit.
No, I won't do that.
24
24
hits. For 8 fire.
For 8.
Okay.
Fire. And then another one. 26.
26 hits. 7
For
fire.
7 fire.
Okay.
How's it looking?
It is
After-
still moving.
God. Oh, that felt worth it. And then I'll get my spiritual weapon, that's what it's called, to hit it again.
11 is no good.
No, it's not. That's a shame. I've been doing really well with that. That's all I've got.
Okay. Topsy and Turvy are going to back up. Take a couple shots at the thing. 14, a 17, 7, 10. Only 1 is going to land. 3 piercing. What does Eldeth do?
Eldeth will take out her longbow, which has always served her well, and go after Wormy Guy.
Okay. $15
15
hits.
for 8 piercing,
Okay.
and she'll knock back her second arrow. 21 and 5.
Okay. It is looking like it is on its last leg.
Then Sarif will use his hand crossbow.
Okay.
On the worm.
14 does not hit.
He'll back up a bit.
We are going to have Gresh attempt to firebolt the vine holding Schrodinger. And hits it, severing it. Which does bring us to the plant again, which is going to lurch 10 feet closer to all of you.
What?
Sarah, you're so far away.
I'm dancing.
Cillian's in a different zip code.
Right?
It's still deadly.
Okay. It has many a target. We've got Sereth. We've got Eldeth. We've got Gresh. We've got Uranus. And we've got Schrodinger. So, we will start clockwise with Topsy.
This could be the end of Sarah the Node.
Uranus. The first vine swings towards you.
Okay.
It's a crit.
I use my warding flare to impose disadvantage.
18.
It's 18 on disadvantage.
18 on disadvantage. A 27 and an 18 at disadvantage.
Okay, that hits. That's,
It is
That's what
8 slashing, and you are grappled.
Okay, 8 slash. Still annoying. And I'm grappled. That's really annoying.
Indeed.
Can it still hit me with other tentacles if I'm grappled by it? It's hitting itself.
Uranus. It strikes at you with another tentacle. That is only a 14 to hit. It doesn't have advantage against you, right? Okay, no.
No, I hope not.
That one is Topsy.
No!
14 just hits Topsy for 11 slashing, and he is grappled once again.
But not down.
No, he is not down. Topsy and Turvy are very resilient compared to the
Well,
other
they can-
NPCs.
Maybe they can teach Sareth. His
Right.
13 hit points is
With his 13
Annoying
hit points. One good hit just outright murks him now.
I'm alive again.
Okay.
What I-
Okay. Brings us to Big Wormy Guy. He's running out of tricks. Running out of tricks fast.
That's okay.
Wait, did somebody die?
Hmm?
The last thing I heard was this thing moves 10 feet closer. And
Well,
my
so
internet cut
kinda-
out for a brief moment.
Oh, it hit a bunch of people. It has Uranus grappled. It has Topsy grappled. That's it.
Oh, that's a lot.
All right. This thing gets closer to a couple more of its corpses. And Sarah, 18 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Cillian.
Shoots the wormy guy.
Okay.
Screw it, sessional. At 14 misses.
25 hits.
No. 11 damage.
Cillian.
Still up.
As
Oh.
you take a shot at it, it punctures through, and you hear this wheezing sound from within. Sarah, you could hear it most of all. You hear this wheezing sound as if it's punctured something vital. It begins to convulse and shake, and then it drops onto the ground. And it is dead.
Yay!
Cillian will just chuckle and say, "There's always one unruly guest at a wedding." And bonus action, move Hunter's Mark to Giant terrifying viney guy.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move a little bit, and that's my turn.
Okay. Schrodinger. Schrodinger. Schrodinger, if you are talking, you are muted. Did we lose Tyler? Oh, we lost
Yeah.
Tyler. Damn, just dropped. Okay.
Educated guess would say he'd run the hell away from that thing.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking that too. Maybe he might want to move.
Okay. Oh.
Oh.
Interesting.
He was here.
Yeah, and then he cast Wither and Bloom and then dropped from the Roll20 server too. Weird.
$10
That's
Oh.
a brilliant spell for second level.
He might want to heal himself.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. He's typing in Discord.
Okay. So 2d6, 6 necrotic it takes. Okay. We'll
He gets
assume
the healing.
Right. We'll assume that he gets the healing. In addition, one creature of your choice in that area can spend one of its unspent hit dice. So Schrodinger's hit dice.
I am here.
Oh, hey, welcome back. Okay, cool.
So- Pretty much just, yeah, everything's still loading in right now.
Okay. So, Schrodinger, you have done 6 necrotic to it, and you have regained one of your hit dice. And then, after that, on initiative count 20, this thing's tentacles. Oh, yeah, Schrodinger, go ahead.
Is this thing? I'm assuming I'm in the in reach of this thing.
You are.
It has how many people grappled?
Currently, it has Topsy and Uranus both grappled. What do we got? Okay. Anything else, Schrodinger?
Just gonna run behind Uranus. Actually just gonna chance this run. Yeah, he's
Okay.
grappled, but whatever.
Have you left its range? You have not. Fantastic. Okay. Are you done, Schrodinger?
Yes.
Schrodinger. After your turn, on initiative count 20, this thing's tentacle arms are still whipping around in the air. They tighten around Topsy. They begin to drag Uranus towards it, but then suddenly everything freezes. All of the moaning in the chamber stops abruptly. This thing has frozen, as if paralyzed. Cillian, you are the first to hear that strange, echoing cacophony of wheezing voices begin to come together into a kind of discordant music. And for the first time, all of you are hearing this song with your own ears. Instead of just in your head or through someone else who's telling you about it, you begin to hear this song. Cillian, you begin to hear movement behind you. As you turn to look into that direction, you see no less than 24 figures shambling, moving towards you. That song continues to grow in volume. And we're going to go ahead and take our break here. When we come back, we will see what all of that is. Alright, so we are back. The abrupt end to this confrontation, or at least the pause of it, has caught you all off guard. This creature still has several of you grappled, but it has stopped moving. It has stopped yanking you towards it. And Cillian, you can see what looks to be dozens and dozens of creatures moving around in the mist behind you in this direction. There is no movement near you. All of the faces have stopped their moaning and they're crying out for mercy. What are you all doing in response to this?
Cillian would move a little closer to the group and be like, "We got company. 2:00."
What is it?
I don't know, but there's at least a dozen of them.
Because I'm still grappled, I suppose. I'll release myself.
Go ahead and make a check.
Oh, God. It's frozen. Is that an athletics check?
Athletics.
Ooh, this could go very badly.
Can I assist?
I'm not.
John?
Oh, I'm not using guidance.
No guidance, okay.
So,
Schrodinger, with Schrodinger's help, you are able to free yourself.
oh, thank you, Schrodinger.
Now, Topsy attempts to free himself and is unsuccessful. Turvey attempts to help him. And
You need
is
a potion,
successful.
Schrodinger.
That would be nice.
I would, if you'd allow me, I'd give Schrodinger a potion of greater healing if he needs it.
Okay.
Yes, and I will immediately drink that.
Okay.
What else do we have?
I don't know my healing potion numbers. Can someone remind me
Here you
what the
2d4?
potion of greater healing 2d4?
2d4 plus
Oh.
2, I believe.
Greater
greater.
healing?
How many of those do we
Breaker.
have? Because I've got one in my bag.
Potion of greater healing is 4d4 plus 4.
I
Oh.
had 2, now I have 1.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Just a reminder, we have
Total 15.
we each got a greater healing potion, scroll of protection against fiends, a potion, and we all have a potion of invulnerability. Forgot about that.
I will chug a.
I don't have a single one of those.
Yeah, I'll chug a greater healing potion.
Okay.
Or should I just? Ooh, that takes 10 minutes. How far away does that shambling group look?
I will let you know in just a moment. But as you try to look through the mist and past it, you see the creature that was just trying to wrap you all up and draw you towards its pod begins to back away from you all. You see 2 more of those creatures emerge from here and here. This one continues to back away. And then, Cillian, you would be the first to see sheer size of the procession that is making its way towards you all.
Oh my god.
Oh, hell.
I am harnessing divine power.
I'm chugging that greater healing potion.
Pooping my
Can I
pants.
quickly take a cat nap so I can have a arcane recovery?
That is a negative.
Well, poo. Cast power word kill.
So,
All goes black. We're all just died.
the remaining heads that are planted in the garden begin to croak, enjoying the terrible song as this procession begins moving towards you all. Through the mist that shrouds the smaller cavern that you are currently in, you see the parade of creatures responsible for the melody. Their bodies are only vaguely humanoid, with clusters of luminescent lichen and tumescent growths forming chaotic patterns on their decaying flesh. Their voices stabbing into your minds, both insane and gleeful in equal parts. They intone a song, spoken in every language, all at once. You hear your own and any others you know within the cacophony. The words sing. From rocky bed to toadstool rose, chaos dark, her love she shows. Wish, yearn, laugh, the lady will be wed. Crave, hunger, dance, her joyous spores will spread. Youth is gone, beauty rots, Oromikos and Zagutmoy, joined together, heart to heart, becoming one till death do part. Hail, hail, hail. The cacophony fills the chamber around you, filing in, forming an audience to a grand ceremony. None of them try to assault you. However, several of them do move up to the body of that worm-like creature and begin lifting it and parodying it, kind of puppeting its corpse. They pull it up towards the front of the cavern. One of the creatures sets down what looks like a podium of some kind. Several others begin to puppet the body of the worm creature as if it's standing behind the podium. How do you all respond to this? These fungal zombies are filing in around you as if they are just filling in the ranks of an audience. One of them stands right next to you. Doesn't seem to pay you any mind.
Can I attempt to interpret what they're doing? Is it a
Yes.
ritual?
Make a religion check.
Ooh, I'm good at those. Well, I should be. Religion.
Okay. They are performing a practice ceremony. They appear to be rehearsing a wedding. The creature that they are puppeting and kind of manipulating appears to be leading the procession, as if he was possibly the priest who presides over this. Although now that you all have killed him, several of the creatures are kind of just puppeting him into a mock reenactment of what his role once was, moving it like a puppet to play out the part of the priest.
I think it's a wedding.
Are you sure?
I mean, obviously, I don't know what faith they subscribe to, but it has all the basic hallmarks of one.
Well, where's the bride and groom?
Sarah,
look
as
around.
soon as you say that, your minds are all pierced with a vision. It stabs in painfully at first, but soon the pain subsides, and you see the tableau of this mock wedding is replaced by a vision of the inside of a great tower. Spiraling stairs and balconies are carved into its walls, with the interior lit by phosphorescent patches of mold growing in whorls. In the center of the open space floats a humanoid figure, woman-like in form, but made entirely of fungi and mold. She is easily 3 times the height of the fungal bridesmaids that move up and down the spiraling stairs, tending to their giant mistress. They croon strange, soothing songs as they weave the substance of the great, giant figure into delicate lichen veils and a long mycelium train like a bridal gown. The vision ends, and as it does, you get the sense that some great amount of time has passed. The ceremony that you're all witnessing also seems to have come to an end. The parade of creatures slowly begins to file back into the cavern, and you see now that the mist that shrouded the cavern back there seems to have lifted. You see a massive, massive mushroom, the size of a castle tower, rising up out of the center. Its cap seems to encompass hundreds of feet. Several other smaller growths kind of rise up underneath that massive mushroom cap, like smaller buildings around a giant central tower. The parade has filed back in towards that area. The 3 giant plants that were blocking your path pull themselves back into the wall, their tentacles pulling back into themselves. And aside from the moans of the faces trapped in the ground around you all, you find yourselves alone again. What do you do?
I check all of us to make sure they haven't done anything to us.
All right, medicine checks.
Unconscious. Medicine check for each one, or just a group one?
You can do one medicine check to encompass everybody.
I'm doing this with forethought. It's important, so I'll use guidance.
All right.
15.
15? Okay.
Do I want to waste my session on this? It's important. I'll use sessional.
Okay. You can tell that several of you have been reinfected with that spore that you all have been encountering. Sereth, Schrodinger. Actually, no, not Schrodinger. Schrodinger would be... Yeah, no. So, let me roll that again. So, Sereth, Eldeth, and Sarah. You see traces of the fungal matter that was once on Sereth on all of them.
I'm getting to my wit's end with Sarah. And Sarah, I swear, you're always picking things up.
Well,
Sereth's
get around.
eyes are wide, and he's staring back into the cavern at the giant mushroom tower at its center.
I will approach him. I will gently put my hand on his shoulder in a nice, reassuring way, and I tell him that I'll fix it like I did last time.
He doesn't respond. He just stares reverently into the chamber beyond.
Ooh, I'd slap him, but I might kill him. I gently shake him.
He turns towards you.
You back with me?
Vacant look on his face.
Oh, God. Okay, come on. I'll bring him back over to the group.
He follows and begins to dance.
Okay. Eldeth and Sarah, how are they looking?
They are not nearly as far along the process as Sereth is. Eldeth and Sarah can both make Constitution saving throws.
Does anyone feel married?
Did I?
Sarah, you are
Did
able
I?
to shrug off the effects of this spore.
But I'm still infected?
No,
Or
you
no?
are not.
Okay.
Eldeth. Actually, I gotta check the DC. It's either 14 or 15. Let me see. Okay, Eldeth is also able to shrug it off.
Do I see? Would my medicine check allow me to see that they've done this? Like, do I realize that they've overcome?
With your medicine check as high as it was, I'd say that you were able to just know that the proximity of being so close to so many infected creatures is what reinfected several of you.
I'll lay my hand back on Sarah's shoulder. I'll try to stop him dancing so I can do this. As I cast Lesser Restoration,
Okay.
which lets me end the disease. Which I'm really hoping this is what this is.
He collapses. He seems to be
Oh, God.
breathing, but the ordeal has taken it out of him. He is unconscious, but stable.
I'll breathe deeply and look at the rest of them. Oh, thank God. I thought I killed him. They frown on that, I'll be honest, in Alestri Cleric School.
Will you do it 2 more times? Seems like Sarah and
I can.
they're on her.
But
Perfect.
that encounter left me feeling quite drained. I decided to do it on Sarah because he was the most far gone with it. Actually, I didn't tell Sarah and Eldeth have also, I think, been infected. But I think you'll have a good chance of hopefully either resisting or maybe not getting as far south. If not, I can cure you both. I just need some rest.
I don't
Sarah
know.
Sarah
Works
raises
her
one
way.
eyebrow.
Or you can do it yourself. Actually, aren't you immune to disease, Sarah?
Poisoning.
Resistant to poisoning.
Resistant, sorry.
I thought level 5 paladins got divine
Oh.
health. Oh, by 3rd level.
Oh. I am immune to disease.
Nice. Hey, nice. So you were never infected to begin with. Very nice.
So Eldith passed the Constitution saving throw, but she still has the fungus in her?
No, if she passed the Constitution saving throw, since this is either the first or second time she's been infected, she's able to resist it, and
Okay.
yeah, she's not
But
infected.
my medicine check was before she did that.
Right.
So as far as I'm aware, we can quarantine her later. We should probably tell
Yeah,
Basidia
Basidia.
what's happened.
Yes, I agree.
But first, I want to check on that drow that I kind of euthanized at the beginning. I want to go through her belongings, make sure there's nothing else I can give back to her family. Or repurpose myself.
Aranis, unfortunately, there's not much left of her.
Oh. Her belongings?
You can make an investigation check to try and find them after they were burst across
Yeah.
the cavern.
Oh, God, never mind.
No luck. It is too dark. It is too mushroomy, for lack of a better word. Too much fungal growth everywhere, obscuring your views.
I don't know. A whole platoon or group of drow came here, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'll explain to the group that, there was a group of drow here. They would have had metal belongings. It seems weird that they're not here. Would you help me look around for them? I feel like maybe getting Sareth and maybe the Elder some better armor and weapons might be in order. If we can repurpose what the drow had, it might be for the best.
Okay. So you want to search around for the remaining members of this patrol?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, I don't know, if we can get Sareth to some better armor. Or a longbow, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know what they've got.
Okay. Make an investigation or
Walk
perception check.
around.
Anyone else that wants to can also
I'll
assist.
look around with them.
Okay, I shall perception check.
Sareth, you can determine that the rest of the drow are not in this chamber. A thorough examination shows you that they are no longer here. Schroeder, you would also recognize this, and Uranus, you would hear, amidst the cacophony of voices and moans coming from the chamber nearby, the chamber with that giant mushroom cap, the giant mushroom tower, you hear someone scream in Undercommon, "Lolth, take me."
Is that the direction
That the
that
procession?
the... Oh,
It is.
I think... I think I heard some of the drow that were here before. I think they're... I'll gesture towards the giant mushroom.
So don't go towards the giant mushroom then.
Pardon?
So let's not go towards the giant mushroom then.
Do you think they're alive?
I had one of them called out for Loaf to take them.
That's not good.
I feel guilty leaving them.
Are you saying you want to go into the giant mushroom?
Yeah, no, I don't, but
Schrodinger, do you think you could send Nevermore up there and see what's going on?
I'm afraid he's not with us, so there'll be some time.
Well, what if we go to Basidia, tell her what's happening, and I'm just afraid if we go in there, we might be outnumbered. And who knows what shape the drow are in.
I know I wasn't able to. The wounds inflicted upon the one we found was beyond my skill to heal. I don't know if there's anything I could do other than maybe put them out of their misery.
I think we best report back to Basidia. What do you think, Cillian?
Yeah, we should at least update them and rest, but are we really just gonna walk away when there's something happening in that giant mushroom over there?
Not feeling very well prepared to deal with whatever's in there.
I'm not saying right this second, but let's go regroup and
Yeah, we'll
Could
tell
after we
this.
take a long nap. And come back. Get silly. Get all of our comrades some new weapons and armor.
Sounds like a plan. This place is creeping me out.
oh, just now, just now you're getting creeped out.
A little bit, yeah,
This
just a little
this
bit.
this was the line, Sarah.
That's it. That was the line. The line was drawn. Right now, let's go. So I think the group wants to let Basidia know what's happening and seek guidance. Maybe like what was the marriage about, and sort of what would the consequences of this ritual? What would it be?
Okay. All right. As you all make your way towards the exit of the cavern, nothing tries to stop you. You head back out into the main basin of Neverlight Grove, and Basidia is actually waiting for you near the entrance. It's impossible to tell emotion or anything like that from looking at her, but if you could guess, you would say she would be anxiously waiting for you outside the entrance. Nice. So Cillian drags Sereth out from there, and you all make your way out, and Basidia asks what it is you saw in there. She said she heard sounds and felt strange vibrations from it she's never felt before. Something was different today.
I'll
Or is the plant and worm thing ranting on about marriage?
I'll recount everything.
Yeah.
Basidia would
Counting
say...
everything.
Okay.
I was just recounting everything in detail of what was going on in there.
Okay. Basidia would say that this place is no longer safe for her and her people. She would tell you that she intends to gather what's left of those myconids that are uninfected and migrate them northward, away from this place. As she says that, Philo approaches from behind her and says he lets out some of his own rapport spores so he can speak to all of you. And he says that would be a great shame. He says that he regrets that he missed the rehearsal of the joining of the Rot Queen and the Great Body. But he will at least be here for the actual ceremony. He says that if you all wish to leave, he won't stop you. That it is your own loss. The city would quickly move to start getting her people together.
So is Basidia standing beside the other mushroom guy?
You can tell that once he walked up, she kind of tried to distance herself from him.
So could Sarah have a word with Basidia? Or would he hear?
If you stepped a little bit away, so Basidia would start walking away to start gathering her people. You could certainly converse with her as she's leaving.
Okay, so she said, so Sarah would ask, are you happy about this wedding?
She would say absolutely not. Something vile, something unnatural, unholy even, is happening over there. She needs to get her people as far away from it as she can.
And who Don't mean to take your time, but who are Aramikos and Zuktmoy?
Let's go ahead and get religion or arcana or history checks from anybody that would like to make them. Cillian, you would recognize Zagutmoy as a demon prince. She is one of the rulers of the Abyss, the queen of rot and fungi. She is, while not as powerful as a being such as Demigorgon, she is of the same rank as him in the Abyss. While Demogorgon is the prince of demons, Zagutmoy would be very, very close to him in the power scale. She is one of the demon princes.
I would first being surprised that I know more about a god than our resident priest here. I would elaborate that and be like, maybe let's not go in there.
Well, weirdly enough, I didn't dedicate lots of time on learning about the gods of the abyss. Most of my education was weirdly enough about Alestri.
I mean, I think someone told me one night, drunk at a bar, and for whatever reason, it's just there.
Stuck with you?
I'm not surprised. She sounds like...
It usually is always the weird information that just sticks.
So, do you know about the other one then, Cillian? Arakmoy.
Aramikos.
Could you spell these names for us?
Yeah, 1 second.
What was the lady's name? Zagutmoy? Zagutmoy?
It's in the Discord chat.
Ooh, Discord.
Nope.
Perhaps Trezen
Ooh, there we go.
told you all about these people before he left us.
And Arumicus and Zagopmoy, they're both demon princes, or just Zagopmoy?
1 moment. I'll let you know.
Thank you.
I have to look it up too. I can't remember how to spell it. But this is Zagutmoy. She is...
You've actually posted it. I was right. When you posted that speech, their names are in there.
Okay, yep, there they are. Yep. Aramikos and Zagutmoy.
And don't forget Mr. Big Bad himself, that baboon guy we saw on the Dark Lake.
This would be the first confirmation that you all have seen that Demogorgon is not the only demon prince who has made their way out of the Abyss and into the Underdark.
That's exactly what I was just about to say. We've got 3 so far.
What's brought them all here? That usually, they tend to stay in the abyss.
It could be on vacation.
Do entities like that have, I don't know, the power and capability of themselves to break free at will? Or do we think, were they pulled here by something or someone?
Would I have insight into that? Gods leaving...
With your proficiency in religion and your study so far, you would know that the demon princes, there shouldn't be any way for them to enter into the world. The facilitation of one of their transitions would have been a monumental spell in and of itself. Just trying to draw one of them. Entire cults have spent centuries just trying to draw one of these creatures into the material plane. The idea that there is now at least 2, possibly 3 or more of these beings wandering around in the Underdark is a catastrophe of unprecedented proportions. Nothing like this has ever happened before, and you would know of nothing powerful enough to have done it.
Cults and fringe religions have spent decades trying to summon them from their foul dimension of the abyss. They've never succeeded. The fact that not only 1 but 3 have found themselves in our plane of existence, it's terrifying. The power needed to do that, the machinations of whatever group have decided to do this. This shouldn't be possible. This shouldn't be happening.
Fringe.
The thing is the story of the Blood Wars. Demons are only able to escape through the River Styx. So how are they coming in through here?
We interrupted.
You witnessed a rehearsal.
I mean, when we were with the dagger and we were in the maze thing below, we interrupted a ritual. Was that a summoning ritual?
I believe they were they were summoning an image of the Demigorgon, a 2-headed thing.
And that took like 5 of them. Just to get an image.
You said fringe religions.
I don't doubt any group that worships these things as anything like religions we know them to be.
Are insane fish people who can create things with their minds.
We also have a society of drow who worship a giant spider goddess of horribleness.
And there's the one with us that worships the drow that dances in the moonlight.
Well, that's on the surface. I'm saying down here where everything's tits up.
It seems to be monsters.
I wouldn't call the religion that Loth has fostered upon my drow cousins a fringe religion, just due to the enormity of how many that worship her. It probably is better described as a cult.
In short, it's just demonic worshipping.
Yes.
Demonic worshipping. Demon princes.
But even she, as far as I understand, doesn't reside in this plane. She can communicate from the abyss. But she isn't located here, like those 3 seem to be.
Uranus, you would know through your knowledge of the drow in general that entire temples and great rituals are devoted to simply bringing her minions into this world.
I mean, the drow of Menzo Barazin, they've dedicated entire temples and services just to bring through mere minions of her. Hundreds dedicated to bring through just a minion. The fact that they're here, these 3, I don't think you can really... if I can stress just how absurd and terrifying it is. These beings are not supposed to coexist in this plane.
Let alone get married.
I don't know what that fucked up bullshit was.
Well, just think about it. When there's 2
I don't want to. Imagine the children.
Ugh.
God.
So, if maybe in there trying to pull these minions, maybe something went horribly wrong, or
very right.
Yeah,
Depending on the
very
perspective,
right
right?
in a horrible way.
yeah, but what you're talking about would be tantamount to trying to fire an arrow at and it accidentally taking out a dragon. Like, it's failing upwards to a level that just doesn't exist. They
Do
couldn't
you,
mistakenly summon these things instead of one of her minions.
I
The-
don't
do you
know.
think Loth is behind it all? She's certainly powerful. Perhaps she's made a deal. Perhaps she's made a deal with one of them.
I don't deign to be able to understand her machinations or what she wants. I know she's power hungry. She's always been.
She's evil and she's chaos.
I mean, the whole reason the drow exists is because she's power hungry.
We'll say that Sereth is kind of coming to.
Sarah would be much better positioned to give a statement.
He kind of sits up. What? Hacks up a bunch of that red fungus. Damn it! He looks up.
I've healed you.
He nods. Well, at least we got out of there. Is everybody all right?
I think
He looks over
after
towards
some
Topsy and
rest,
Turvy and gives them a nod.
and maybe some alcohol therapy, we may be better.
He nods.
Before
Yeah.
you were a prisoner, talking to Sereth, obviously.
Mhm.
Before you were a prisoner in our lovely establishment run by Elvara, was there anything weird? You're from Menzoberranzan, right?
He nods. Yes, I've lived there my whole life.
Had there been any, I don't know, increased activity and attempted summons by their priestesses, or
He would
anything
say that he doesn't
out of
remember
ordinary?
much. He doesn't remember much about the last few days he spent in Menzoberranzan. The fungus had taken over his mind by that point, and everything was coming in bits and blurs. But he does remember the draining of the Phaserus. The entirety of Menzoberranzan is saturated with the light of those glowing crystals, right? They built their city around one of those focal points where those Phaserus crystals had gathered and made massive formations. He would say that the only thing that he can remember is that a few days before he began losing himself, there was a massive reduction in the amount of power that Phaserus was being at, almost as if it was drained away in a massive quantity. He says it didn't last long and it quickly replenished itself, but he says that that's really the only thing that he could think of that was strange that happened.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I rest my case. The drow did it.
Hey, we've encountered
Not
a few of
you.
these Phaserus now, haven't we?
Yes, you have.
Do I have any sense of how much, I don't know, energy there is in them?
Yeah, it'd be pretty common knowledge, especially for anyone with the knowledge of the drought. There is a essentially unlimited amount of magical energy flowing through those phaser crystals, especially in the concentration where they're in Menzoberranzan, a city that is
So
essentially built around it.
So it's possible. So it's possible that they could have been the power source, but like not looking to like what the ritual would look like or they'd have to do, but like as a power source.
It's
not
essentially
out of the realm.
unlimited. If somebody could figure out how to harness it properly and to that degree, the Drow of Menzoberranzan have been working on harnessing the power of Phaserus for as long as the city's existed. The amount the amount of energy that it would take is unheard of, but the idea that somebody might have figured out how to do it, it's not out of the question. It's not impossible.
I've never. I mean, As you know, I didn't grow up down here. I've never heard of that being done, but if it has been done, I think you're right. That might explain that it seems to all correlate.
Now, we've seen 2, heard of 3. Who was that demon in the throne room that held sway on the king?
You can get some Arcana or Religion checks. While you all do that, if anybody has mentioned Aramikos to Sereth or to Pisidia, they would be able to tell you what that is. I believe you already did
Well-
mention it to Pisidia.
She with us?
No, but she would have told you this before she left to gather her people. But Sereth could also tell you it is known to most people in the Underdark and anyone that is familiar with the High Forest specifically. Arumikos is a massive, and when I say massive, I want to kind of stress the scale of this. So I'm going to move you all somewhere real quick. Arumikos is a massive singular fungal growth that is the size of the High Forest. It is one being, one sentient, living creature whose body is the size of the High Forest. He
That's too big.
exists under the entirety of it.
So, a demon prince is marrying a massive fungal forest. It sounds like a match made in heaven.
I'm just so weirded out that I've spent my entire life walking around and patrolling the surface right above a giant fungi god
I mean,
growth.
you ever felt something was watching you? And you couldn't see anything?
Only all the time.
Only
but
all the time.
Ever felt a
Because-
presence just beyond your sight?
No. I was talking just like the law. But
Oh, okay.
that's here nor there.
Well, I'm no druid, but I say it's a very bad thing if a demon is joining forces with something that controls a forest above ground. We've got to put a stop to it. Or,
Could I? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Could I make a religion check on anything I know about any other demon princes?
Sure. Oh,
Are
right.
there more?
There was the religion check. Okay, so that was an 18 for what you might know about the what happened in the throne room.
Yes.
Okay. With that, you would know that there is one demon prince who is very well known for using succubi and incubi. It was a succubi that had the ear of the king, and that would be the demon lord Grozd.
Demon prince or demon lord?
Demon prince.
Grozd. One of you mentioned the demon from the throne room we encountered, or at least who they might be working for. There is one demon prince who I've read about who does use incubus and succubus as their spies and their infiltrators. The demon prince Grozd.
Another prince?
Yes, there seems to be a royal family reunion going on.
Welcome to the Principality of Utter Chaos.
Quite. What do I know about Grazd? Is that another religion check? Or just actually, if anyone else wants
With
to
your
make it.
18, yeah. Rosdith is the demon prince of pleasure, decadence, and unlimited self-indulgence. He is also the patron of corrupt authority and tyrants.
Of pleasure,
Decadence and unlimited self-indulgence.
invite him to
He
a
sounds
party.
okay.
Yeah, but given that he's a demon, I imagine he wants something in return for any boon he could grant.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm more of a take kind of guy. Not so much on the giving.
Right,
Are there any other demon princes?
There are many.
Oh, God.
List them all right now. Full description.
Alphabetical order by what they do.
So we can go ahead and get another religion check if you'd like to know the rest of them. It wouldn't be too high of a check, but we got to do something if you want all that info.
Yeah, why not? Oh, 11.
Okay. With an 11, you get names. There is Baphomet.
God. Baphomet. Yes.
There is Demogorgon. There is Fraz Urbalu. There is Grazd.
Rozzy.
There is Juiblex. There is Orcus. There's Yinogu. And Zagutway.
My spelling.
Yeah.
I wasn't even going to pronounce the one that began with F, if I'm being honest, so it's now Fuzzy. I mean, the Underdark has always been, a bit unruly, a bit wild, but I mean, this is beyond the pale. If something's not done, I mean, if it becomes completely inhospitable down here, more so than it already is, I mean, everything's going to come out and head for the surface.
At this point, Sovereign Basidia would approach you all again and say that she has gathered her people and are prepared to leave the grove. She says that you all are welcome to accompany her and her people. You have told her that you plan on going to Blingden Stone. She says she knows of a cavern near there where her and her people would likely be safe from all of this. She says you're welcome to travel with her until they reach that grove.
Is there no way to stop the marriage, though?
She says that if what you say is true, her people are in no way equipped to deal with a demon prince, and she dares say that neither are you.
I guess we have no choice. We have no choice but to leave then.
She says that perhaps your kings above may be able to help you down here. But she says that first you must escape this place.
Then I think that getting to Blingden Stone would be our best bet. Show us the way.
Do you want to leave right this second, or...?
She says that every minute she remains here is another minute she risks losing her people to whatever is in that cavern.
I don't think I want to stay. What do you want to do, Aranis?
I don't know. Take a short rest.
We can see the travel with them.
Well,
I've been holding on to this scroll that can provide safety.
The city would say that you all are welcome to remain behind in the grove, but her and her people begin their migration now.
And you can take us to Blingdenstone, or at least show us the way.
She nods.
And Sarah will look back to the group. I think we've got to move.
yeah, we can't pass up this opportunity.
Is everyone in agreement?
Yep.
Okay. Basidia, we will take up your kind offer and leave the grove, but we will do what we can to stop whatever this evil is. But you're right, I think our best bet is to get to the surface.
Eldeth would nod and say that if we can reach her father at Gauntlgrim, he would certainly want to know about what's happening down here.
I and my king in Mithril Hall as well.
I have contacts in Silvery Moon as well. Run it up my chain of command.
It's excellent, Cillian.
My
You know-
people... Sorry, go on.
We'll need all the help we can get. Yes, Aranis, your people.
My people will definitely be interested in helping.
Basidia says that
I have no people to help.
Pardon?
I don't know anyone who can help.
There's you.
Someone that can... Well, it's me.
That's
and
appreciated enough.
There's soon enough could possibly be more.
Schrodinger can bring the army of the dead. But with that, Basidia would say that it is time to go, and she would begin leading you and all of her people away from the grove. Philo and the remaining Myconids would begin kind of slowly at first, beginning a dance together, but as you all leave, you can see them all beginning to file back towards the back of the cavern, towards the Garden of Welcome, and towards that giant mushroom in the back of the cavern as you all leave the grove.
Could I make a religion check on something?
What are you trying to know?
Loaf's relationship, or her relationship with the demon princes.
Sure. History or lore or religion? Yeah, religion would work for that. 20. Not bad, not bad. She's constantly vying for power against them. She herself is not a demon prince. She is a queen of the abyss. But she's constantly jockeying for power, vying for station, vying for more territory within the abyss. Constantly trying to gain the upper hand against her adversaries, against the other lords of the abyss. That is what you would know.
And what Sarah suggested about possibly is this some machination of Loth? Would I have enough knowledge of her? I might not, because I wasn't raised here. Is that something she might do?
With your knowledge combined with Sereth's, I believe it is safe to assume, well, you would know this. An abyss devoid of its most powerful princes is an abyss that is much easier to conquer.
Okay. Thank you.
And you can all level up.
Ooh.
No way.
Oh, this is the best.
Oh, the level up button's gone from my sheet. There must have been a short-lived update.
Oh no, is it really gone?
Yeah, it's not. Let me open it from.
Mine's there.
Maybe I need to make it bigger.
A little
No, it's not
anvil. Yeah, little anvil next to the name. Next to the class and level.
Oh, that's interesting. It's there now. When I opened it as a window, it appeared.
Oh, weird.
Good. But cool. What's everyone gonna do?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Get undead thralls, which gives me animate dead in my spellbook for free.
Nice, nice.
I take my first level as a paladin to become a paladin of Elestri.
Ooh, nice.
Nah,
Gloomstalker!
I'm still going cleric. Although it's not a bad idea.
Nice, nice.
Summon lesser demon.
It's a great idea. I love
Just
it.
kidding.
Let's do it.
Now, do I roll average? Do I roll or go average?
I'm just gonna do it once we're done.
It is so crazy that we are only on we just finished chapter 5 of 17.
Oh my god.
I know. Granted, a couple of the chapters are very short, but still.
Well, I feel like we're just starting to reveal what's going on,
Yep.
like getting an understanding.
Yep, that is accurate.
I can use my channel divinity twice.
Oh, hell yeah. That is such a big deal. That is such a big deal.
Kill everything. I can use my warding flare to protect others now.
Nice. Oh, that's also
that's
a big deal. Yeah,
nice.
clerics are so good. I love clerics. I always play. That's why I
love
always
clerics.
end up playing clerics. Whenever I'm a player, I always end up playing a cleric.
There's so much they can do, which is brilliant.
Yeah. Good
I am
stuff.
happy with that health increase. Average is pretty good.
Nice, nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put you all on your nice big map so you can see where you're headed.
Like we know. That's
Hey.
weird. When was our last ASI level?
4.
4.
And it's
Oh,
4 and
I
8
forgot.
on any of the skill trees. Or class lines or whatever the heck.
I've got 3 level 3 spell slots. I will be fireballing everything.
That fireball was super helpful.
Gosh.
Yes, I like clerics. They're such just divine wrath of the gods.
Nice.
Velkenvelv, that's where we were prisoners, right?
Yes, it is.
We've cut. God, that's not even that far, is it?
From Velkenvelv to there.
100 miles in how long? It's been like.
How long
weeks
has it
and-
been in game? It has been several 10 days. It has to have been of travel. And then the days you spent on the Dark Lake, several days on the Dark Lake, a few days in Gracklestug, and then the 5 or 6 or 7 days it took you to get from Gracklestug to Neverlight Grove.
I found the groom.
Yep, that's all him.
I think not to perpetrate weight stereotypes, but I think the groom needs to go on a bit of a wedding diet.
He's a bit big. He could definitely stand to lose a few pounds.
Blinding stone, so just there.
it will take you all 10 days to reach Blingdenstone at the pace you'll have to travel if you're going with Basidia.
Could I? I know I can't use I forget what it is, but the special cleric ability to directly contact my god. But can I pray to my god for just what should I do? Or what does she feel I should do in this situation? Should I stay down here and help, or should I go to the surface? What does she want me to do?
Isn't there a spell for that?
There is.
There is, but I don't have it yet. So this is just like a regular cleric just praying to their god, hoping they answer.
Make a religion check. We can also assume that this level up is happening at the end of your first day of travel, and you do get a long rest while you're doing it. We can say that Uranus is communing with Illustrate during that. Okay.
A dirty 20.
Uranus, while you're meditating, you don't get a direct response. However, what you do get is you see moonlight shining on the backs of what looks like hundreds of individuals marching out of the sun, out of the moonlight and into darkness.
Okay, that tells me enough. I will also pray for forgiveness. Because I abandoned all those drow back at the big mushroom.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Okay.
That's me done.
Okay.
Do we need to roll for our travel?
Yes, as soon as everyone is ready, we'll go ahead and do that.
Oh, sorry.
Random encounters could potentially mean rolling dice, so as soon as everyone's done with their level up, we'll go ahead and move on to that.
Man, just curse these very wide options of wizard spells.
I know, right? But we can start our rolls.
Hey, we can start.
Yeah, we can definitely start the rolls.
Trying to figure out.
So, let's go ahead we're going to keep track of it this way. We'll call it, let me go ahead and add a row to my list here. Journey to Blingdenstone.
I can cast darkness now.
Nice.
Thanks to my drow heritage.
Journey to Blingdenstone. Day 2. Okay. Somebody roll a d20.
Not me.
Do we just go top left? I mean, clockwise? Because there's enough days that we'll have to do it once. At least.
Okay. One more. Okay.
You've doomed us, Sarah.
You've doomed us all! Traveling through the Underdark. Basidia and about 4 dozen Myconids, including Stool. And, you all would be happy to know, a tiny little guy sitting in Stool's hand. He's very green and he's very small.
Grumpy Dump.
He seems to be growing out of a little pile of offal that is in Stool's hand.
It still has hands. Why haven't we given him a weapon?
Because he has no fingers. All he's got is little stumps. He's just a little guy. He can't fight.
You could attach something to that.
You can, like, jam a knife into him if you wanted to. You can just run at people.
we could just stick lots of spiky things in him.
Battle stool.
Also, what happened to our ooze?
Oh, that's right. Globagool did remain outside of Blingdenstone. He immediately sensed hostility from the Myconids and still waited for you all outside. He is now following at a safe distance behind you all, assuming you all have explained to Basidia that he does not intend to eat them.
We can't promise that. If you don't move fast enough, he's moving. But for the most part, he's not malicious.
Yeah, let me get Globagool back on your party page here. I'll go ahead and put you all on Underdark Travel 1. See when the last time this was updated. Okay, recently. Cool. Okay. But yeah, traveling. You all managed to keep all of your NPCs alive again. Congratulations. That is impressive. All right.
That does remind me. I think you said you would look into maybe leveling up the NPCs.
Yes. I will go ahead and update their stat blocks to the next level up. We'll go ahead and turn Sereth into a Drow warrior.
Oh yeah.
Let me go ahead and do that. What do we think Eldeth should be?
Gloomstalker Ranger.
I need an NPC stat block. So we'll go ahead. Man, 5 is high. Should he be that high? CR 5? Sarah, that's a bit excessive.
It looks so good though. He's got 71 hit points.
Let's see what I can find here.
She's a scout.
Favored consort, maybe? That's 18, nope. She's a scout? Okay. Shadowblade. Everything's so high. Okay. We'll let him stay at CR5. He can be nice and strong for you guys for a while. But that is the last level up he will get. He will remain at that for the rest of the game.
Inquisitor, Gunslinger, Assassin.
What's the Inquisitor? 14. Yeah, all of them are just so high up there.
Well, how many hit points does Sereth have now?
He only has 13 right now. He has 71 now. So that puts him right up there, about 11 or so higher than you. Yeah, it's a lot of hit points. But he does have a lot of hit points, but his action economy is real low. He can only make 2 short sword attacks, parry. Yeah, his damage output is not high. He's gonna have a lot of hit points, but his damage output will be relatively low. Yeah.
But he's an elite warrior.
Yes. These undead are about to be amazing.
We could keep Eldeth the same. Just increase her hit points. Can you do that?
We can kill her.
Or kill her.
Yeah, kill her. Yeah, just creatures increase hit points.
She's a scout right now, right?
Dead one.
Yeah, she's a scout.
You'd also have. I also gave him a +1 dagger, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
I think we might be able to turn. I have a couple stat blocks here that might work for Eldeth. We might turn her into a veteran archer. It's from the Kobold Press books.
Ah.
Veteran archer, CR3. See, the hit points isn't really a good guide for us because the stat block that I'm looking at for Eldeth is only CR3, but she has 77 hit points.
Amazing.
Yeah, and you know, Topsy. So the hit points aren't. Jesus, the stat block is bloated. Okay, so we're just going to give Eldeth the standard archer stat block. And I'm sorry, but we are going to turn Sereth into something else at CR3. So we're going to keep them both at CR3. I feel like that'll be appropriate for them. So we're going to turn Eldeth into an archer. CR3, 75 hit points. Very good. And then I'm going to find a stat block for Sereth right now in D&D Beyond, a CR3 humanoid to use for him. We'll find one that's appropriate. And then we'll just give him his drow characteristics.
Drow House Captain.
You're funny.
What is challenge CR9 too high?
Change this to humanoid. Okay. So, what do we got? We have the Astral Elf Warrior. That'll be kind of cool. He has the Fey ancestry, longbow, longsword, multi-attack. That's a possibility, so we might have to use the Astral Elf Warrior stat block for him. And then just adjust the race to fit with the drow. We could lean him into arcane stuff, too. He was relatively low level. We could lean him into an illusionist. He was never really a martial character to begin with. He kind of just was there. It's really up to you, Vex, since you're the one that plays him most. You want him to be martial or arcane?
My first thought was martial.
Okay,
I mean, in my head, he's always been quite martial, but then
Got it.
if you feel it'd be better for him to be an illusionist, he
nah.
could be an illusionist.
So we could turn him into a veteran. That'll give him multi-attack. He'll still have his ranged proficiencies. And he'll have a long sword and a short sword. His AC goes up. His hit points are around 58. So a veteran is also an option. Okay, so I think we're either looking at the veteran or the Astral Elf Warrior. So I will show you both of those and you can pick.
Elf Warrior. Wow, the artwork for the Astral Elf Warrior is amazing.
Yeah. So, oh, you can see you can see him in the compendium.
I'm on D&D Beyond.
Oh, perfect.
What is it? What, Astral Elf?
Astral Elf Warrior, or just a straight veteran.
So veterans got better AC.
Astral Elf Warrior has better hit points, I believe. No, they're about the same.
But the Astral Elf gets to make 2 longsword or 2 longbow, whereas the veteran can only make 2 longsword attacks.
Or a heavy crossbow attack.
Or heavy crossbow. But he doesn't have he has a hand crossbow.
Right, we'd have to get him a heavy crossbow at some point. The same could be said about the longbow too, though.
And the longsword.
True.
What do you think?
I think the Astral Elf Warrior is more fitting for him.
Okay. Makes sense to me.
Okay. Topsy and Turvy get to remain their werewolf selves. We'll go ahead and start having them use their actual werewolf talents more, since that is officially not hidden from them anymore. $58 hit points for Sereth. Okay, they're right up alongside where you all are now. The run of NPCs not dying will continue, apparently.
You're gonna have to beef up our CR ratings for encounters now.
You know, Not really. We're a party of 4 for now, and a party of 5. Having a couple CR3 companions isn't gonna impact things that terribly much. So, I mean, I already modify encounters to make them more interesting as it is out of the book, so I'll just continue doing that.
And like we kind of have to do this, otherwise we just have to abandon
Right.
NPCs.
Right, we're getting to the point where enemies will one-shot them, literally. Like, the idea of somebody getting hit and taking more than 20 hit points of damage in one strike is not out of the question anymore. So, if we want our... And especially since you both seem to be enjoying these 2 characters, I hate for them to die so anticlimactically. Now, if they're gonna die, it's gonna be hefty.
We need to get to know Eldith better.
Yeah.
Now that I've converted Sarith, and
Excuse
he's
me.
officially an
Hands off.
acolyte of Elestri, I can move on to Eldith.
No, you can't. She worships Moradin. It would be
She
an
worships
insult.
Moradin. Good
If
stuff.
you want, I can read up on Gracklstag. I know a little bit about it. I can read up on some of her background, or if that's
Whatever
helpful
you
at all.
like. If you want to do that, feel
Yeah.
free. I could also start taking on a more active roleplay role with her if you want. It's up to you. But that is not something we have to decide now, because your first day of rest, your first day of travel with a 2 and a 10, the entire day goes by without event, and we are going to go ahead and call it a session there and pick up
Nice.
on our journey towards Blingden Stone